Hey everybody, how's it going? Got a video for you today. We're going to kind of get into a several part series on this one because this is a very lengthy subject. One that is very critical if you plan to make any money at music. This is going to be one of the most important parts of your job as a band leader. One of the most important things you'll do as a business, one of the most important things you'll do for your longevity and for basically anything you plan to do, this subject is going to matter. And what we're talking about today is we're talking about the musicians that you hire. So this is going to be a several part series. Who knows how many it's going to be. It'll be as many as it needs to be. To get through everything that we're going to discuss. It's a cool part of the business. It's also a pain in the ass part of the business. And, we're going to go through just about every part of it. So the musicians you choose to play in your band are incredibly important for many reasons. For one, they got to sound good. They have to fit the look of your band. They have to fit, the type of people that you're gonna, have in your band, hopefully nice people, hopefully good people. They need to be, on time. They need to be responsible. They need to, not be a pain in your ass. And so all of these things kind of go into the question of, who's going to play in my band. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go through all the channels that you can to find players that are possibly looking for a band. Now, I've gotten band members from all kinds of different sources. Probably the best source is, one of the musicians who you already know says, hey, I've got a brother that's a, amazing bass player. And he's down to jam, and then they get a hold of you, and then you kind of go through your process, which we're going to get into as well, what the process is. And then the other way you get, musicians for the band is basically, you may have to go out and look, for people looking for bands to play in, because it's not, you can't exactly go out on the street and say, hey, I need a musician. It's not like that. These are very skilled people, very rare people, and it's a real pain in the ass to kind of find them. So, the second thing you'll probably want to do is you can also run ads. You can also, run stuff on Facebook groups and things like that. There's a low probability that you're going to get somebody you like from any of these resources, by the way. So I'll just get that out there, get that right out there, that there's going to be a lot of what I like to call riffraff. It's important that you have like an established name. However, don't give anybody your name right off the bat. You don't want them to know who they're talking to for multitude of reasons. The main reason being is that you're going to get contacted by, 20 people. And of those 20 people, you're seriously only going to consider maybe 2 or 3. That's if you're lucky. It might even just be 1. It might even be none. You don't want all these people knowing, who you are, because it doesn't matter. You're never going to meet these people. You're never going to, there's no upside to them knowing who you are. There's a lot of downside though, because, they could basically be like,
oh, that asshole, oh my God, he asked me for a video and oh my God, just the nerve.
And they could like flame you all over the place because you didn't want to try them out. So that's a downside, and it's just too many reasons not to give your band name out to people that are just the riffraff. They're not ever going to meet you. They're not ever going to play with you. So don't even bother giving them your name. So basically what you do is once you kind of start looking around, say you've got, 3 people, that you're interested in. You know, the first thing that you want to do is you want to get their information. You want to find out as much as you can about these people. You know, you don't need to do an FBI background check, but you want to kind of find out about them. You know, if they have like mutual friends who are people that you know and trust. You know, you might want to say, hey, such and such is reaching out looking for a gig. Do you know anything about that person? And they can be like, yeah, they're great, or no, that guy's a. Next thing that you want to do is, before you even talk to anyone, do you have a video? Is the first thing that I say. In fact, I typically tell people that I won't even respond unless they have a video. So if they respond to me and don't have a video, I just delete it because you'll get a lot of inquiries, and basically the first thing you want to do is weed out the people who cannot follow the most simple instructions. And what I mean is, when I say a 12-year-old can basically put a video together these days, and it could look good and sound good. So for you to be some type of professional musician that can't give some sort of video is astounding to me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know anybody who would ever try to look for a gig and not have a video of something showing them playing, an instrument. So that's the first and foremost thing that you want to get from these people. This video should be within the last 3 presidential administrations. So, shit you not, a guy sent me a video from the Obama administration, and it made me laugh. It really did. I took a look at it and I was like, yeah. So any chance you might have something from 2016 maybe, which is a really long time ago. And, no, that's the only video I got. That's all I have. Then it's like, okay, well, you can immediately discard that guy. You want the video to be updated, preferably somebody putting it together as they're in search of their band. Like when a person is in search of their band, they put together like a little bit of a resume, highlights of what you've done in your music life, where you've been, what you've done. I worked cruise ship for 3 years. Those types of things are good to know. These kind of things. And here's a video from the other day, of me just practicing, or maybe going through a song or whatever. So a musician should do that. Any of you musicians out there looking for a gig, please do that. It's really annoying to get a video, from 20 years ago, or to not get a video at all. Highly, highly annoying. So once they send you a video and you kind of take a look at it, that's going to kind of be like the first cut. So say maybe a few people were able to respond with video. You can see what kind of, you're looking for what kind of equipment they use. You're looking for, what kind of, amps they have. You're kind of looking at how they're playing. Are they like, playing really well, like a bass player with a good feel? Or are they like, that kind of thing? I mean, what are they? So you take a look at this video. I am an expert on kind of telling within the first minute of someone sending me a video whether they can help me or not. Literally, I can tell like that fast. So I immediately write down their information if I'm interested, or I just delete it and go from there. And then you kind of, you whittle it down from, a bunch of people down to, a handful of people. And then out of those handful of people, the next thing you want to do, critical,